Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today I wanted to show you this support Tinker game I just played. I think this hero is easily one of the best pup heroes in the game, even after all of its nerfs, which is kind of crazy to say. The reason why I feel that way is this hero scales incredibly well, and you can farm, you can have so much impact on the hero. The only downside I'd say is you have to be very explosive as a player. You gotta be on your game, finding opportunities to find farm, paying attention to when team fights are gonna break out so you don't just randomly miss a fight because you're marching creeps and you're out of mana. So there's a lot going on with this hero. I'm not even a Tinker player, but I can play Tinker support. And what's really crazy, I want you guys to look at the net worth this game. I feel a little bit bad. I mean, we could have lost this game, like things weren't going super well. I did have more farm than my Spectre. To be fair, our draft was a little weird. It was kind of hard to fight. I think partly this is because we really didn't have good fighting heroes. It was very, very awkward to make moves. But by the end of the game, you'll look at the net worth. I'm almost the top in my team. It is ridiculous. So let's get into it. On top of that, go sign up to the gameleap website, guys. I'm posting new content over there almost every day, and I'll see you there. Why is Tinker a good laner? Tinker's a good laner because his base stats are honestly broken. 59 damage, crazy. 7 armor, crazy. 3 to 10 MS, insane. High mana pool, high HP pool. I mean, this hero's stats are straight up ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, the main thing I'm doing here is I'm not marching right away. I'm saving March when me and the Spectre are both missing HP. Once we're both missing a little bit of HP, I'm going to drop the March just to heal him up, heal me up. It's a ton of healing. I mean, even at level 1, I think it's like, what? Almost 150, 200 HP here? Like, straight up ridiculous. And so I easily can trade the Ringmaster here. And the only reason he didn't have to completely run away from me is because he had some BS strongman tonic that he got from the rune fight. So like, whatever, I would have completely destroyed him if he didn't have free items, because Ringmaster is a really cool and interesting Dota hero. Then from there, every single time me and the Spectre are missing HP, I'm going to drop March. I actually am actively dropping it not on the creep wave. I think I hit the wave a little bit here, but really I didn't want to push in the wave. I kind of just wanted to drop the March in a location where it's going to heal me and the Spectre and not hard shove it in. And that's something you should be aware of. If you're playing with a very weak safe laner, like I'm laning with a Spectre, I don't want to immediately shove the wave all the way in. I want to let it stay back and then play for the pole camp, right? Kind of use my really strong base stats to fight for the pole camp. So yeah, that's what we end up doing. I think he gives me the pull here. Then at level 2, you're going to take Laser. Laser's really good. It's just 100% miss chance. That's kind of the big thing as we heal up me and my Spectre again, which is just so powerful, right? Easy heals over and over and over again, healing it up. We're going to go for a pull. And in this lane, my main goal was just really to keep pulling. Like, if they gave me a pull, I'm going to pull, because this matchup is terrible. Spectre Underlord is really bad. Like, he picked Spectre when I picked Tinker, and I'm like, oh my god. We have, I don't know, I feel like there's not that much synergy. I don't like, the big problem with Spectre Tinker is that we want to take similar areas of farm in the mid game. Like, I want a carry who's going to go take Ancients or something, while I can take the dead lane, or I can push in the waves after the fight. But Spectre literally does the same thing as Tinker in the mid game. He pushes the far away waves, you know what I mean? And so if you have a Tinker on your team, guys, try not to pick Spectre. It's not like the worst combo in the game, because like healing plus dispersion's okay, but it's not that good. It's more about farm priority. We're just too similar of heroes. But yeah, I don't know why this Ringmaster gave me so many pulls, but at this point, a couple things that I'm doing really well. I'm buying my items really fast. I've shipped out an extra set of tangos at this point. This is my second courier coming to me. It has a Clarity, it has a Sentry, another set of tangos. Is this my 9th? I'm buying as many tangos as I need. And yeah, I mean, you can actually see we're somehow winning the HP trades over time. And this is simply because March of the Machines is pretty good. Oh, this was cool as well. If the enemy is going for a deny, you can laser them, or a CS, you can laser them to make them miss. So we didn't get denied there, which actually ended up mattering, because if we got denied there, I wouldn't have hit level 3 here. And now that I'm level 3 March is crazy strong. The heal goes up by 50%, the damage goes up by a ton, and so it's really hard for the enemy to fight. So we can hard push in this wave. Another laser on the Underlord, so we can't deny the creep, and over and over and over again. Now I am actively pushing in the wave because I have a pull. He really, guys, if you're playing against Tinker 5, don't give him a constant pull camp. Don't give him a constant pull camp. I don't know why I constantly have a pull against this guy. Even here, I'm griefing a bit. I'm giving him a pull, which I should not do. I don't know when I let it spawn. Okay, I let it spawn here, like super cringe, because what I should have done is I should have, right here, after this flag bearer dies, I should be blocking the large, absolutely. And if I have a small, I don't have a small. If I had a small, I could even stack. This is an easy unblock, and then I could walk over and help him push this wave. It's super the wrong order, and they get a large camp, which is very griefy here. Yeah, it's pretty problematic. So yeah, just be diligent about the pulls. If you want to get to the top level, guys, you should be constantly unblocking your camp and constantly blocking their camp. So from here on out, Tinker's pretty bad at rotating. He's like decent at saving people, but for the most part, I kind of want to just sap XP and make stacks. Like I stack the medium camp here, which I can farm later on when I hit level 6. You can take stacks as a support, which is really nice. We even made ancient stacks. It was funny, my SD asked me this game, like at this point in the game, he's like, can you take stacks? Like ancient stacks? I'm like, yeah, I can take ancient stacks. So me, him, and the monkey took them later on, as this was kind of an unfortunate fight. This is where Tinker can feel like a bad hero, to be honest. You're not very good at helping out ganks, and I used March here. I used March here because I wanted to heal up my Spectre, and then the monkey TP'd, and now here, this is where I wish I saved the March, because now if I drop a March here, it would have a good amount of impact. I could keep my monkey alive, so they ended up bringing 4 heroes. It was a really nice rotation from their sniper, so well played to him, obviously. And yeah, I mean, the game was looking a little grim at this point, honestly. Things were a bit tough. Our Spectre got ganked again. Their sniper is really high rank 63, just making good moves, double ganking the Spectre there. Smart stuff. So at this point, I wanted to get my level 6, so I'm watching this ward, and I was really hesitant to push out top because I know that the Alk could still be here, and the sniper was kind of looking. He was sitting on this hill, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the long way around and avoid him. I'll make a stack on this camp. But unfortunately, they ended up running into here to try to kill Spectre. So I guess I don't feel that bad about dying. Like, I know they have a ward now. They got my ward, but I know they have a ward now. That ward will give me, I think it gives me level 6. It does. So that ward gave me level 6. I didn't feel that bad about the sequence. Like, at this point, you kind of just want to farm, to be honest. Like, this hero, you don't really do anything. And it can be weird. You can be like, that's really awkward. I can show up to defend towers. I'd be happy to do that. But if they're not pushing towers, I'm not showing up. By the way, I'm going to go triple null. I just feel like having the mana pool is so worth it on this hero. It just makes so much sense to me as my Spectre dies. Yeah, we come over to take the stacks here. It's just rearm March. Like, generally in the early games, just rearm March, spam. Gonna buy a magic wand. And I wanted to rush Holy Locket here. I just feel like it's pretty solid. It's good with the March. I can click it on my allies if I want to save them. It's a nice item. It also gives me a magic wand, which makes me very tanky in the early game. And so at this point, the main thing I'm looking to do is drag camps together and then farm them. You can do this on a whole variety of camps throughout the map. I'm going to quickly cover them. These 2 camps, the Ancients, you can do it on these 2 camps. You can do it on the back camps in the corner of the map. You can do it on these top left camps. You can do it to these camps. Obviously the enemy triangle, like a huge percentage of the camps you can drag together. And that's how you farm on this hero. You should not be just randomly marching singular camps unless the camp is stacked. So yeah, like I take away some farm from the Alk here, which is actually really nice because this is his best farming pattern here. So I was really happy to take that away from him, force him to go back into the deeper jungle, kind of miss out on some creeps. So that was honestly nice. And then here, I mean, I did steal farm from my Spectre here. I felt bad. I definitely feel like this is a misplay and I shouldn't have taken it from him. I actually initially meant to just lower the camp's HP and then give it to him, but that didn't happen. So yeah, a slight grief. And yeah, at this point, I mean, you're just looking to kind of hit level 10, level 11, and finish your first item. Now, when you have Holy Locket, your hero becomes really nasty in these early fights because the healing you're going to pump out is just straight up insane. So I'm going to march out this camp, just continue the farm. I'm watching the map. At this point, I do want to show up the fights. I kind of want things to happen. I'm ready to go. I do a ton of healing because I think we catch the Alk here. So we kill off Gork, TB base, and I'm watching the map. I want to farm what no one else is farming. So like, because nothing's happening on the map right now, if something's going to happen, I'm showing up. I'm ready to go. I got my Holy Locket. I'm ready to go. And I'll show up at once I'm level 7. Max March. I mean, I'll even show up at level 6 if I really see the opportunity. It's under the tower or whatever. But yeah, no one's farming top. Fine. I'm able to complete an entire Pavise at this point. I think this was the game-breaking fight. We had a couple of fights where kind of the spells just come into play here. Yeah, Defense Matrix, throw out the heal, Holy Locket onto the SD, we keep him up. And now he's affected by my March as well, so he's just going to start healing. And it's a lot, guys. He even probably should have sat in it for longer. As I drop another one. And yeah, this is great because now he can stay out on the map. I give him another March. Fight continues out. We drop another W. E onto our Visage. Maybe I could have put it on SD, but I felt like he was probably going to die anyway, so I decided to put it on Visage. I think it was probably the right call, just kind of kept him up here. And look, he's in the middle of 3-4 heroes, almost full HP. They're sitting in the march. My Visage is still almost full health this entire time. I think I'd lock at him in a moment. Yeah, I got stunned next to the Alk. That was so cringe. Bad, terrible positioning. I easily could have kept my Visage alive. I had lock and an E up. He would not have died unless I got stunned next to him. So that was pretty bad on my part. But yeah, I mean, it was a good fight overall. Like, we bought back SD, which sucked a bit, but overall it was a solid fight. From there, just kind of looking at the map once again, if nothing's happening, I'm going to farm. Like, and I'm very hard on this. Like, I'm not going to just sit around and wait for something to happen. I'm not going to smoke as Tinker. I mean, I guess you could, but it's not the main priority. I'm just taking the open space. I'll have a ton of impact. I mean, this is insane because also as the game progresses, your innate makes it where for every int you have, for every 3 int you get 1% CDR. I have 30% item CDR. That works on Solar Crest, that works on my Holy Locket, right? And so these items that I'm buying, I'm gonna buy Greaves next. All of these items get this amp, this CDR. And so the farming is far more useful. That's just how it works. Every item you get is just better than the average support. Yeah, fight breaks out here. This one's gonna be easy peasy. Barriers on Monkey King, it's huge. Giving him its 70 attack speed with Solar, giving him, what, 700 damage block? Which is really nice, dropping the marches, so this typical shrapnel that would be chipping us down, right here. I mean, we're sitting in a Firestorm, we're sitting in a shrapnel, we're sitting in the AoE of, yeah, we get taunted by the, whatever his name is, but we got a pipe on Visage. I have 2 items, 2 heal items, I got all my heals, and so we just sat in this shit. And I got him by Alk, but, yeah, he just can't kill me. Holy Locket, Solar Crest, it's not even close, like, laser to make him miss, and that's something you can always do, right? And say, oh, he got stuck here, yeah. It wasn't even close, like, this hero's insane. Look at this Alk is like 1 billion net. He doesn't even come close to killing me. And so, yeah, I mean, hey, that's just the reality of Tinker. I mean, this hero gets nasty tanky, and you're an int hero. So if you get blessed by a Holy Locket, I'm able to get a Holy Locket here. Now I get 2 extra armor and 300 HP. Plus my my Null Talismans are about to double. And so that's why I'm buying Greaves next. Greaves are amped by Holy Locket. They did nerf both of these items recently, but frankly, they're still pretty good. Like, the combo of the items is still strong, right? Just double heal amp. And they don't have any anti-healing. That is something I'll check for. If they have Doom or AA, I'll lean towards a Glimmer. Glimmer and 4-staff the kite items instead of picking up Mech and Holy Locket, you know? So you can adjust in that regard. And yeah, I mean, fight breaks out. The colors underneath SD here are just funny. He gets Pipe, Solar Crest, and Defense Matrix. Like, he gets jumped by Alk. He's just like full HP. I don't know. It's like so goofy. This hero just feels really weird. Honestly, the enemy team was hard misplaying where they're like fully committing into us. Really, the best way to play against Tinker is to bait the enemy team to run forward. Because if they run forward, it's really hard for Tinker to place a good march. It's not like I'm buying Blink. I'm not that fast. I'm not slow, but I'm not that fast. And then, yeah, fight ends. Back to farming. Higher net worth than my carry, which probably isn't good. But I mean, it's not like he's poor. I mean, he's not that poor, right? It's just like, I'm just really farmed. 163 CS. I don't know. This shit's so fun to me. Like, I just love farming. Yeah, this guy came into my farming rotation like, bro, you're in my farming rotation. Get out of my farming rotation. I'm trying to farm, please. At this point, my nulls were about a triple, so I didn't even want to put my mech in. Like, Null Talismans, when they double on Tinker, is just like, it's just bliss. This hero is really good at Roshing, by the way. Low cooldown Solar Crest, full healing, so it's really, really easy to kind of keep it going. Their sniper says end, even though he absolutely does not let us end. Classic. And at this point, look at our mana pool. We don't even have a mana neutral item. 2.2k mana because of the nulls, right? Because this gives mana, Blockade gives mana, Greaves. Okay, Greaves do not give mana. I was about to lie to you guys. You were about to get lied to. Speed Dota is a liar. But yeah, just pushing in waves when nothing's happening, continuing to farm, continue to hit my next item. We've passed our offlaner on net worth, and I'm watching the map. So a couple things to keep in mind as well. Level 1 with your TP, it can only go to friendly towers. Level 2, it can go to friendly units, which is like birds. That's really interesting. I had some cool synergy. Just to go back quick, where once I have level 12, I can TP on Visage birds. You can do this with Treants, Eidolons, Beastmaster units, Lycan Wolves, whatever it is, you can TP on them, and it's nice. So sometimes you just have this random synergy that's really, really high impact. As well, the Shadow Demon against the Alk. hard for him to kite out there. Ends up going down. So skipping back ahead, the main item to counter Tinker is absolutely Nullifier, which their Void Spirit buys. Does Alk buy it next? I think 2 of them bought it. I think Alk bought it next. And the reason why it counters Tinker is it purges Defense Matrix, it purges Solar Crest. However, what's really interesting is that Pipe is undispellable. So it does not purge Pipe, and it does, obviously I can still heal with Mech, I can still heal with Locket, and I can still heal with March. So even though they had this Nullifier, I definitely felt that it's a great choice from their Void Spirit, and probably the best item he can buy. But it's not really the end-all be-all for me, because what I'm going to do now for the rest of the game is I'm not going to use Matrix on people who get nullified. I think bad players, they'll kind of panic and they'll try to insta-save with Solar Crest in their E against a nullifier, and then you're going to waste your items. Instead, I can just be patient. I will prioritize my Mech, I'll prioritize my Locket, I'll prioritize getting down my W. I can even laser, right, to try to save against the Void Spirit and the Owl if they don't BKB. Void Spirit doesn't have BKB, so I can do that to him. I do queue up a Linken's next just because low cooldown Linken's against Nullifier is really good. I felt that it actually is a wonderful choice here. As fight breaks out, should have dropped my March faster here. It's really bad that I was kind of slow. As this fight got a little weird, as I lock it up my SD, it got weird because my SD like jumped on the back line and some weird positioning decision. But now that the Nullifier is down, I'm going to start using my Matrix and my Solar. So I should have marched earlier there on the Monkey initially, but not the end of the world. Then again though, fight ends. Immediately off to the top lane. Dragon camps together even at minute 30. We're full efficiency. I was so locked in this game. I'm like, if there's no fight happening, I'm hitting 1 billion GPM. Literally infinite GPM challenge. And it doesn't grief the game at all, as long as you're paying attention. Now that I'm level 18, I can TP to heroes. So it's very easy for me to get in the fight, right? Level 3 to friendly heroes. So I TP on the SD hero, which is super great that I can get in like that. I am going to Matrix myself a lot. It doesn't really do anything anymore because they have 2 nullifiers, but whatever. This fight breaks out, drop the March, just get that healing going. Oh, and this fight here was ridiculous. So my team decided to continue chasing. Immediately not going to prioritize my E, right? This guy's nullified, so I click my Greaves, I click my Locket, give him the heals, I laser the Alk, which didn't do anything, he used BKB, that was a waste. Once the nullifier ends, now I will put my Solar and my E on him, right? So I'm having the discipline here to click my buttons in this order, drop the March. And by the way, when you're diving like this, you want to face away and drop the March so it instantly hits them. If I was to face towards the Alk here and click March, it's going to take a bit before it touches my allies and touches the Alk. So you want to turn around and March if you're trying to instantly hit. I'll show you guys just what I mean so you can see it. Like right here, I'm going to walk up, turn, March. So it spawns on top of them so everyone's instantly getting the heal and the Alk's taking some damage. It's way better to do that, right? Always face away from your enemies when clicking March. And then, yeah, my SD is getting bopped here. I went base to get some mana, TB back in. He gets nullified. I'm like, oh shit, he's dead. But we got the Greaves. I wasted my defense matrix here, which was super cringe. I think I wasted both. Ugh, that's bad. He was getting shot by Sniper, and so I think I was like, okay. I guess I can see why I did it. The Void Sphere TP'd in. Kind of split-second decision. But we re-arm. Nullifier's dead, so we get the matrix off on him. March up. Drop the Solar. Holy Locket. The March is keeping him going. Defense Matrix onto the Monkey King. Solar onto the Monkey King. Another March. And all of a sudden, everyone is almost back to full. I should click my Greaves here. Oh, why didn't I click Greaves? Okay, I really should have clicked Greaves. But yeah, like everyone's just like almost full HP. I don't know, this hero when it hits this timing in a game like this is just the most broken support in the game. Like by far. It's just so overwhelming. I mean, and this pushes never stop. And in a meta where, or in a pub meta where you're playing your pubs and your team wants to just push high ground constantly, this is the best hero in the game because you're keeping them sustained. Whoever's getting jumped, you're keeping them alive because you're putting the E on them, and then if they get stunned, it lasts only 30% of the stun duration because Defense Matrix gives 30% status resist as long as it's on top of them. So it's just so powerful in games like this, right? So powerful. As yeah, at this point, 19k net worth, fight breaks out, get jumped by Void Spirit, but it actually wasn't even close. Like they started running at me with a bunch of heroes, but like no one expects the 35-minute Linken's because he nullified me, but the Linken's blocked it so I could Solar Crest myself. I wouldn't have died anyway, let's be real. I also had Craggy Coat, so I have like 40 armor. Man, I love this hero. I don't know, it's like such a fun support. Obviously, if your team gets run over early game, it can feel pretty bad. Like if the map closes down and there's no space, it can become a kind of a weird hero. If you're against anti-heal, it can be a little weird. The thing is, you can put barriers on. Like, you can barrier through Doom. The defense matrix works through Doom and AA. It blocks damage, so like, it's not that bad. Frankly, you can buy Glimmer and you can buy, like if you're against AA, you buy Glimmer and you click E and you save people. You save people from Doom. You save people from AA Blast. So really you have answers to kind of everything in some regard. But yeah, that's going to be all. I just thought this game was really fun. I had a great time playing it. I was kind of just like locked in doing my thing. I wasn't worried about exactly like how my Spectre was doing, which I know is a little greedy, but like it paid off. This hero on its timing, it kind of owns. Like, yeah, my Spectre's super poor. He got double ganked. It's a bad matchup against Underlord in lane. He got double ganked. I took a little bit of his farm. We couldn't really make plays because Monkey King died. And then like when Monkey King falls even slightly behind, he can't really go in. And Visage has no one to frontline for him once Monkey King has a bad game. So like it just felt hard to do anything, but we kind of hit our timings and yeah, the game was okay. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And I'm out.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the GameLeap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.